Hello, flute friends. It's Miss Driscoll here, and I am here to help you remember some of the fingerings we've learned. Well, we've been working on a lot of fingerings. We know 6 notes right now because I taught us a new note today. That was E flat. Remember, that's the one with the pinky. It's like D, playing D, but with the pinky. So we're going to do a little bit of note review, and also I'm going to show you something that I put up on the Google Classroom that'll be super fun to try out to help you figure out fingerings. Okay, so to get started, if you guys remember, we have been learning about our fingerings. And so we before we were just doing the D and C and B flat, but now we added some fancy notes. We added some fancier notes now, and so now we know E flat, D, C, B flat, A, and G. We know all of those notes. And so I put up this little handy dandy fingering chart right here that'll help us remember all these notes that we have learned in class. And so let's go over them real quick. So to play, let's start from the bottom because the bottom is always the best place to start. So I'm going to start with G. We learned this when we did BAG. Remember that time? So we're going to take our and whenever you read a fingering chart, by the way, remember you read the left side and then you read the right side. Left side, this hand, your left one, and then your right hand, right side. So what I'm going to see is my 3 little dots. That means first 3 fingers on my left hand, 1, 2, 3, plus my thumb, and then my pinky. For those who were in class today and understand the inside joke, you got to put down Bob. That's the pinky name we gave to our right hand pinkies. So his name is Bob. So make sure it's 1, 2, 3 and Bob. Okay. Now, how about A? A is one higher than G. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do 1, 2 and Bob. So thumb 1, 2 Bob. Okay. Now B flat. B flat. We're going to take off the second finger, put down the first finger on our right hand. So it's the 1 and 1 B flat we've been talking about. Thumb. Then we called this one, if you remember, we called this one Fred today. So thumb, Fred, first finger on the right hand, and then Bob. So that is our fingering for B flat. And then C, this one is my favorite one right now. That one's the one higher than B flat. That one's going to be Fred and Bob. So first finger on the left hand that we named Fred, and then right hand pinky, which is Bob. Bob's the one that kind of helps us hold the flute and gives us a little bit of support. So Fred and Bob is C. And then D, it's going to be thumb, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, no pinkies. So no Fred, no Bob. And the other one we talked about was Kevin. No Kevin either. So no Fred, no Bob. Okay? So almost all your fingers down except Fred and Bob. Okay? And then E flat, that's the new note we learned today. That's the new note we learned. And that's going to be with our pinky. We're going to put down Fred. We're going to take our D fingering. We're going to take our D fingering, and I misspoke before. That's not Fred. This one's Bob. We're going to put down Bob. We're going to put down Bob for our right hand pinky for E flat. That's E flat. So just to review, we have G, A, B flat, C, D, and E flat. We know all these 6 notes, and to help you guys practice these notes, what I did was I made a little Kahoot game for you guys. And so it's called Name That Flute Fingering. Um, and so I am curious to see who can get a high score on this. And just so you can see a little bit of this game, what it's going to look like, I'm going to put up a fingering on the board. And then you got to figure out what that fingering is. Is it a B flat? Is it a C? Is it a D? I highly recommend playing this game with your flute out in front of you if you can, because what you can do is when you're like, what is this? I know this feels like a note. What is this? Hey, it feels like a B flat. And so it can help you that way. So let me just show you a little bit on that. If you look at my quiz, what you'll see is it'll say name that flute fingering. And so let's see this one. I'm going to see that I need to put down my first finger, boom, and my pinky. Hey, that's Fred and Bob. What's just Fred and Bob? Hey, that's a C. I know it's a C. And then you're going to try that. So we're trying to see how well you can remember these flute fingerings. I know it looks like a bunch of colors and circles and stuff, but I think it's going to get much easier if you guys practice this. So that is my flute lesson for the day, and I hope this helps you guys. Bye, everyone.